Yo, what is good? 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 JR Bang Mike B. This is Some Dude Podcast. I want to say this is around episode what? Well, episode
You have 231 up here, but I've lost count at this point, bang.
I think it's around 231.
Yeah, that's cool. We can roll with that.
I think it's around 231. But make sure you rate, like, subscribe, download wherever you get your favorite podcast. Barbershop Net is the home. Follow us at everything Some Dude Pod. And man, like this is how busy I know I've been, Mike. Cause I planned on making a new intro for the show. I had planned on doing that, but life got busy.
It's okay.
So my bad. But the goal is for next week to have a new intro. Miriam heard it. She likes it.
That's all the approval we need.
No, she likes it.
That's it.
So,
That's it, then. That's
you
all the
know,
approval we need.
a little bit more energy.
Miriam has spoken.
A little bit more energy in what we do.
Let's do it.
Mike, let's go ahead and get straight to it. I ain't gotta waste no time on it.
Yeah.
Did you see the Kevin Hart roast?
Yeah, man. You want to know what's funny too? Because Sunday, what were me and my wife watching? We were watching. I think we were watching basketball. Whatever. I think we were watching Euphoria too, and then I didn't even know that the Kevin Rose thing was. I think I saw something mentioned of it happening, but I wasn't aware that it was like that at that specific moment when we were sitting on the couch chilling, like doing all the Sunday thing, and we was like, "Yo, the Kevin Hart roast is on." I'm like, "Oh, it's about to come on." Okay, I'm like, "What? That's on Netflix?" Okay, cool. So we like kind of like caught it right in the beginning. So yeah, we watched it. We watched the Kevin Hart roast. Yes, to answer your question, yes, I watched it.
How did you like it?
It was all right. Um, I'm real. See, I'm.
See, I really before.
No. Wait,
Wait a
wait,
minute, wait
wait.
a minute,
I
wait a
want
minute.
to.
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Let me
Yeah.
let me give you the runway. See, when it comes to comedy, you you are a good judge of character
I
when it I won't say good judge of character, but you like certain shit.
correct. I
And some things that might not offend me,
yeah,
I think it might offend you.
or vice versa.
And vice versa.
But so this is my thing. I have like a love hate relationship with comedy. I'll explain.
Okay.
I'm not all the way crazy about live stand-up comedy. I've seen comedy specials. Like I've watched comedy specials. I've been to comedy specials. I've seen Kevin Hart live twice. I've seen Mike Epps live before. Like back in my GCI days, I used to go to Jokes and Notes all the time. Like Leon used to invite us to Jokes and Notes on Sunday, and do stand. That was like one of the first dates me and my wife ever went to. Like me and my wife was like we first started dating. I took her to Jokes and Notes when Leon used to just what I'm saying, invite us and let us come in for free and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like so I've watched stand-up comedy and I have a appreciation for people that do stand-up comedy. And you know what I'm saying? Because that is something that I could never imagine myself doing is getting up on the stage and actually trying to make people laugh. So salute to anybody that does stand-up comedy. Now, I'm not crazy about it though. Like I would say it's like really hard to make me laugh. I've seen Dave Chappelle live. I seen Dave Chappelle live not too like maybe 2 years ago at Summerfest in Milwaukee. Um, so I'm not unfamiliar with stand-up. I mean, I've seen people do stand-up comedy before, but I'm not all the way crazy about it. It's really hard to make me laugh like in real time. I'm more so a fan of like watching the comedians in movies. So like again, and for example, or movies or on TV. Like for
Hmm.
example, I have a more appreciation for like say for instance, like people love Mike Epps, and I'm like I love Mike Epps in movies. So does Mike Epps have classic movies? Right? Does he? I'm asking you. Like he has classic
Um,
comedies.
I mean,
Classic
yeah.
comedies. He's in classic comedy movies, like movies that have made me
Yeah,
laugh.
Friday. Friday
Exactly.
after next.
Exactly. All about the
Next Friday. All About the Benjamins. Those are the ones that,
I and
yeah,
I love the
hood classic.
Upshaws. I love the Upshaws and everything like that. So I find Mike Epps to be more funny on the television than to me, like, so to speak. I won't be quick to watch a Mike Epps special, like stand-up special. I think that these guys, like Kevin Hart as well. I think Kevin Hart, I think Mike Epps, I think all the comedians that I love, Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy, like you have Boomerang posted right behind you. I appreciate Eddie Murphy more in movies than I do appreciate watching him do, not appreciate, but I prefer watching a Eddie Murphy movie than watching a Eddie Murphy stand-up. Martin Lawrence as well. Same thing. Like all of these comedians that everybody love, and they all came from stand-up. I love them more when they're on the screen than me actually sitting down in front of them and actually them trying to tell jokes to me. That's so I don't really, I'm not crazy about stand-up comedy. Now I laugh at certain shit in stand-up comedies, like you know what I'm saying. I've laughed. I could, but I think it's hard to make me laugh though, in my opinion. That's just me personally. So yes, I watched the Kevin Hart roast and I liked it. It was cool. You know, it was some funny moments. It wasn't like hysterically hilarious to me. You know, I remember watching the Tom Brady roast. I think maybe the Tom Brady roast might have been a little bit more funnier than this one. I don't know. I have to go back and revisit Tom Brady roast, but like these things, like you know, what I'm saying they're okay, they cool. You know, what I'm saying I'm entertained by them. But that's just my take on stand-up comedy in general. Like these guys, like you know, what I'm saying when these guys get on stage and they try to do their best way to make me laugh. And so I kind of like doesn't phase me much. Doesn't do much for me entertainment wise.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Because first of all, the Eddie Murphy part,
No, no, no. That's
Raw
no,
and
no, no.
Delirious
No, no,
are the
no, no.
two.
No,
Wait,
no. I'm not saying that they're not great. Yeah, I
no, I didn't
love
say
both of
that.
them.
No, that
Yeah, yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
let me finish.
Okay. I don't
so
want
I,
you because I
so
don't
you
want
can,
you to make this out to me
well,
like I'm dissing Eddie
you got to let
Murphy.
me finish in
All
order
right,
so
go
you can know
ahead.
what I'm about to say.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Because you said that you enjoy Eddie Murphy movies more than you enjoy his stand up.
Correct.
And when I look at Eddie Murphy Raw and Delirious, shit, that might be top three of Eddie Murphy films, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like that,
See, I
Raw
don't
and
consider those films though.
no,
Like,
I feel what you're saying, but even if you added his films, like them niggas is cold.
yeah, for sure.
Like I'm not looking at concert movies, right? I'm the reason why I put Raw and Delirious, really Raw out. Go tell your mom. The reason why I would say Raw more than Delirious, even though both of them was concert movies, because Raw was a concert movie. Like you went to the movies to go see Raw.
Yeah.
If you had to go pay a ticket and had to go to the movies and sit and see these popcorn, Raw's in there. So I get, but I understand where you coming from
Yeah.
because I think the viewing of comedy is a lot. Of course, is a lot different than movies, and I think. Let me first say this. I think when it comes to stand up comedy, what I dislike when it comes to black folks is that I don't think black folks go into stand up comedy to laugh. I just don't. I don't think
You
black
mean you
folks.
mean you mean black people don't buy tickets to a stand-up show to go to laugh, is what you're saying?
Yeah, this is where I'm going.
Okay.
I think black people go into it in the sense of I think a lot of black folks go into comedy shows, to go into comedy arenas, to go to these comedy events, not to laugh. Like make me laugh. They're already on guard and they're not like when we used to do them shows at the Laugh Factory and seeing black and white people really went into this like, yo, like we know where we're going to. We're going to a comedy event and we're going to laugh.
Yeah.
Black people, I notice going to these joints with some skepticism. It's like, man,
Hmm.
I don't know if dude gonna be funny. Like, no, loosen up.
Yeah, absolutely. I with you on
Like,
that.
loose.
I see what you're saying.
The first thing is people black. And again, this is just my experience. This does not have to mean anybody that's listening to this episode or maybe viewing us on YouTube or on Twitch. But in my experience in co-promoting comedy events at the Laugh Factory in Chicago, Illinois, white people go to have fun. Black people in crowds treat comedy like, yo, you got to make this comedian work to get my laugh.
Yeah. See. Okay.
And
So
that's why it's
I don't want you to
tougher.
think. I don't want you to think that that's my
No, no, no,
mindset.
no.
I
I
don't
didn't
think
say
that. I
that.
don't think
Just
that. I don't. Okay.
so when people that's why I said I don't want nobody to be listening to this. I'm just saying from my experience. So when you have some people that look at comedy shows on YouTube or comedy films like Raw or Delirious or Kings of Comedy and stuff like that. Like it's almost like especially black comedians, has to work extra hard to get the laugh.
Mhm.
And this is why I respect black comedians. Like this is actually why I respect black comedians. Because I feel, in my experience, black comedians have to do more work than white comedians to get a laugh from a black person. Because a black person is probably come up and they're like, all right, let's see if this nigga make me laugh. While a white fan might come up in there knowing that this is what we come to do and we're going to enjoy ourselves. We're looser. So I also take that when it comes to roast.
Yeah.
When black people roast, we don't necessarily talk about specific things. And there is kind of a tactfulness because we know if we go too far, it might be a fight. White people, and I've been around enough white people to know this ain't even gonna be no comedy roast. White people ain't got no tact. And they don't give a shit when it comes to roasting. That's why I've always looked at when white people tell jokes against each other and they go low and they really be like your mom's, but your mom's a bitch. And you be like, whoa. And you say that about my mom, it's gonna be a fight. So now I take this to the roast.
Yeah.
I thought the roast was hilarious,
Hmm.
but I also thrive in that type of atmosphere. If we gonna talk shit about each other, it is no holds bars. And yeah, fight might happen, but hey, but I'm also somebody. I am somebody, and I don't know if I don't think I'm the only one that had this experience. Back when I was younger, I want to say maybe in middle school, going to high school, at about 5 or 6 o'clock, when you used to get up damn near very early, they would have the infomercials of the roast, the Dean Martin roast. Shouts out to my homie Alberto because he said he got them tapes. And I was like, oh, you bought them tapes? I want to say it was Time Life. They had infomercials where you could go buy all of them roasts. Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, Red Fox, Slappy White, Esther from Sanford and Son, um, you name it, Don Rickles, Milton Berle, you name it, they was there. I used to be like, damn, they roasting the hell out of each other on there. And I ain't think nothing of it because it's comedy. Like this section of comedy is no holds barred. If if I would equate roast in any other like sports or entertainment that I love,
Yeah.
roast are the cage matches of comedy. It's no holds barred,
Of course.
anything goes. You got to deal with
And
what happens.
I would assume that,
Boom.
you know what I'm saying, going into these roasts, that like all of these things are talked about, not the stuff that they're talking about on stage, but like there's an understanding
Mm-hmm.
amongst the person who's getting roasted and everybody who's a part of the roast, because the people that's a part of the roast are getting roasted as well.
Yeah.
That I would think that there's an understanding like, hey guys, we comedians, you know what I'm saying, no love lost here, you know what I'm saying, we gonna get these jokes off. Nobody should be sensitive about anything, you know what I'm saying, and it should all be like an agreement going into it. Like there's an agreement between everybody going into this. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's like a comedic understanding. you know what I'm saying, between comedians. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a thing, like, unwritten rules that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, yeah,
Yeah.
all jokes are a go. And you know what I'm saying? We know that it's all love and
And,
yeah.
and in some cases, you're not writing the jokes. This is not off the cuff.
Yeah.
It's somebody else is writing the joke. But when it comes to roast, there are last man standing matches and there's hell in the cell matches and all. This is just the old fashioned cage match,
Yeah.
and everybody in this match can get it.
Yeah.
And everybody now they'll go up in there and they'll say, "Is anything off limits?" This is off limits. Don't talk about my personal life where I just got divorced. Because with the Tom Brady thing, apparently Tom Brady was like, the divorce thing is off limits, but
That's
everybody,
bullshit. I want to say that can't
but
be right because
what
that was
or excuse me, it wasn't necessarily that it was off limits, but the kids and his ex-wife saw it, and the kids was upset. So Tom was like, "Oh shit, I shouldn't have did that." So he wasn't thinking when he wasn't thinking before that. He didn't think they was gonna go that hard, but he wasn't used to it. So then when them joints flew off on Netflix, his kids were upset with him. So I mean, you can't tell his kids to not be upset though. They don't know the rule. They don't know anything about roast etiquette.
yeah.
But you got to deal with the fallout. So
Yeah.
my thing right now ain't even about the fallout. It's when you are in this arena, you know that as anything goes. Before we get in this cage, you better tell us what's off limits. Cheryl Underwood didn't say that the her 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 husband unaliving himself
Yeah.
was off limits.
She took that
And
shit on the chin like a champ.
right, and
Everything that was said about it.
apparently Kevin Hart's his
You know,
extramarital affair wasn't, and his
yeah.
wife was in the building too. And it
Yeah.
was a couple of other things.
Did
Now,
Jim Ross had cancer, correct?
you say what?
Did
Oh,
what you
Jeffrey Ross, yes.
Jeffrey Ross had cancer, right?
Yeah, so none of that was
Like
now,
yeah.
but now here's the twinge. It's the people who ain't in the building. And when you say a joke about somebody who's not in the building, that's when it's like, okay, you got to take that good with that bad. And Tony I think Hinchcliffe is his name. But I am not necessarily a fan of dude, but he actually made me laugh more than he's ever made me laugh before that night.
So before I know where we going with this, but before we even get to that, I thought his set was pretty good. I thought he was
Yeah, I
pretty
thought it was
good.
pretty good.
He was one of the few though. That's what I'm saying. Like I think everything, a lot of the people that stood on that stage, including the host Shane Gillis, I didn't really think he was that funny to me.
Well, Shane Gillis wasn't
Shane,
supposed to be truly funny.
okay,
He's supposed to get you to point A to point B.
I kind of got that concept too, but I feel like he was up there trying to tell jokes, and I think
Oh
they
yeah, he
just
gonna tell a
fell
joke, but
flat.
he really trying to get you to point A to point B.
Yeah, but
He really trying
also,
to.
but there were other people up there too that was like roasting, but I didn't really find a lot of things
Yeah.
funny. But
Hey,
what you call it was
what
pretty funny. But that's okay. But go ahead, proceed to where we
what
was
makes
going
you
with it
laugh
though.
don't make me chuckle. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So my issue is not the roast. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I liked pretty much everybody,
Mhm.
but the people that made me laugh the most was Cheryl Underwood and damn, I can't remember light skinned dude name. Um, to save my life right now. But him, Cheryl Underwood, the George Floyd joke made me twinge a bit, but that was the most that I've laughed off of Tony Hinchcliffe ever. Um, those are my three favorites right there. Cat Williams, I was like, in fact, Cat Williams was probably the worst one out of everybody to the point where it was at one point in my head, I was wondering, like, is he trying to bomb on purpose? Because he don't fuck with Kevin Hart? Like, that's what I was thinking. But it was decent.
It was just like the moment itself
But the
was
moment
actually
itself was
the
great.
moment itself was great, and I think it just him being up there, it was funny just him
But
just standing up there knowing that these motherfuckers don't fuck with each other
yeah,
like that. So it was
but
cool.
here's my thing overall when it comes to this roast, the Tom Brady roast, the roast that you saw on Comedy Central. Because if y'all thought that was bad, go look at them joints on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
They didn't give a shit. And that was the 90s and the 2000s when you can really get your joints off.
Yeah.
Mike, I don't think roast should be televised. I think roast should be held in a spot, untelevised, around the people that come to enjoy roast.
And if you wasn't
Be-
there, you wasn't there. You
And if
missed
you
it.
wasn't there, you wasn't there. There's a section of comedy that I feel that don't need to be televised.
Hmm.
And this is it, especially in this time right now. Because everybody is extra sensitive about shit. As I mentioned earlier, this is the reason why I said it. Roast are cage matches.
Yeah.
And damn near anything goes that everybody allow. And it might affect somebody that's watching this. They might get offended. And here's the thing with the George Floyd thing, I am not about to sit here and tell George Floyd's family that they shouldn't have been upset about that joke. I am not
I
going to wait. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say Steven Jackson should not have been upset. I'm not telling that anybody that was out there on the front lines, I am not telling any of those people that they shouldn't be upset because they should if it offended them. But that is the biggest reason why I'm like, this don't need to be on no camera. Because now we live in a world that everybody is either extra sensitive or they were affected by something. And you, as a comedian, can sit up there and say, oh, it's jokes and comedy is this and comedy is that. And for most of it, I am inclined to agree with you. But comedians has to know and understand everything ain't funny to everybody. And you're going to be open to being critiqued. But this is not only something that I don't feel like a comedian should be open to critiquing because it's so niche and so segmented. Don't put this shit on TV. Because just like somebody can say, look, I saw so many people saying, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Forget Netflix at this point. Everybody got a social media channel. Everybody is going to talk about these things on the social media channel. On their social media channel, you might see clips or you might see discussions. And then you got TV because then it's going to be news and people. It is damn near impossible to stay away from these things. And on social media, you're not going to get the full thing. You're going to get clips that might be taken out of context. So, because of that, a comedian or anybody that love these comedians can't say if you don't like it, don't watch it because it's damn near in your face. That is more of a reason why, for me, roast should not be on TV.
yeah.
Don't do it, especially if things are no holds barred. Because just because it's no holds barred, that don't mean that the people watching it are not gonna get offended. And George Floyd and his family again, I didn't find the joke funny, but at the same time, it was a roast. But George Floyd ain't even involved in this. But this is Tony Hinchcliffe's shtick, however you say his name. So when you get him, you bring the shtick with you. And at that moment, I'm like, yeah, this shouldn't be on TV. If you want to come see this roast, come buy a ticket. Come look at it. Put your phones in a little baggie, put it up in there. You get it when we done. But roast should not be televised because everybody is not going to like it. And a lot of people are going to be offended. And if you want to stay away from that, don't televise it. If
Yeah.
you don't give a shit, do your thing. But me, man, keep them roast off of TV.
Yeah, they're not gonna keep the well. Obviously, we know that that's not gonna happen though, because at the end of the day, it's all about money. It's what I'm saying. If a profit is able, what I'm saying, to be made off something like this, it's gonna get televised. It's gonna get streamed.
Yeah.
It's and all that stuff like that. But you took the words right out of my mouth though. Like nobody should have anything to say to anybody that felt offended by the George Floyd joke. Like those people have whoever it is, anybody that's close to George Floyd, not even anybody that's close to George Floyd, you could be anybody. Because back in 2020, that was a really rough time, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
for the world. And it was very impactful of you know what I'm saying, and the Black Lives Matter movement really kicked off around that time, and that was a real serious time, you know what I'm saying, for everyone. So anybody that feels away and offended from that joke, man, they have every right to feel that way. But like you said, you know, when it comes to these roasts, you just never know what's gonna go down and what's gonna get said. But again, I go back to the comedic. It's kind of like the unwritten rules of anything. I've always, when I heard the joke, I cringed. I said, "Whoa!"
Oh,
I said, "Whoa!" I was like, all right, okay, just keep going." You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I didn't know. I didn't see that coming, you know. And but like you said, I'm not surprised. But I've always, the reason why I was shocked at that time is because I always feel like there's unwritten rules to certain shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, just when it comes to comedy or like music, it's like same thing with music. Like, you know, when you make diss records or whatever like that, you don't speak on the dead, or you don't speak on people's kids, or you know what I'm saying. Like, I think it's kind of like the same thing with comedy, you would think, but sometimes all the rules ain't the same. All the unwritten rules aren't the same. It depends on what, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is you're dealing with, whether it's comedy or, you
and
know what I'm saying, music.
real quick, Mike, I'll even
Yeah.
add this: Charlie Kirk got it.
He did. He caught one too.
He
He
caught one
did.
too.
He caught one too.
Cheryl
No pun
Underwood,
intended.
right?
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Oh, go ahead, man.
Charlie Kirk,
Yeah.
Cheryl Underwood's husband, Pete Davidson daddy.
Yeah.
See, that's the only thing that, if I could be mad at black people for a second,
Yeah.
that's the only thing I was mad at. Like, Cheryl Underwood, unfortunate dead husband, got it.
Look.
Wait, George Floyd,
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, Pete Davidson daddy.
Yeah.
Two white guys, two black guys.
Mm-hmm.
They got it.
Yeah.
People are talking about the George Floyd thing like ain't nobody else say nothing about nobody shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why don't film this shit. Don't film it. Because black folks, and then when you point that to a black person, what they gonna say? Well, we don't care about Pete Davidson daddy. Or we
Yeah.
don't care about Charlie Kirk. He should have died in the first. Hey, he should have been doing what he was doing in the first place.
Nah, it don't work like
But then
that.
you got Erika Kirk, who by all, yeah, Kevin Hart
Oh yeah,
daddy got
Kevin
it
Hart
too.
daddy, yeah, he got it bad
Look,
too. Oh
not
yeah.
only did Kevin see, this is why, again, this is why I'm saying don't record it because ain't nobody gonna get it. And again, I am not telling nobody to be not to be upset. Let me again state, I have not once said that nobody has a reason to be upset.
Yeah.
But if anybody had a reason to be upset that night, it was Kevin Hart himself. Because his father got it. Regina Hall did a bit about his mom
Yeah.
dead, talking to him from the grave about doing some of the dumb shit that he did. And I
Mhm.
know he loved his mama. And I know he loved his daddy, but his daddy had issues. And The Rock put his daddy on the Summer Jam
On the
screen.
Summer Jam screen.
It said, yeah, I know why your dad liked me so much, because I'm The Rock, and he loves rock. Fam, if anybody on that stage deserved to be offended,
Yeah.
is that man, as soon as they put his daddy with his shirt off on that
Mugshot.
screen.
Crazy, fam.
This is why I'm going to continuously say, don't film roast. Roast are not from public consumption. It is for comedians and people who love comedy, but it should be sectioned to the people who buy a ticket who like roast. Because if you buy a ticket, you know what you're coming into. You
Yeah.
spent money for that. Somebody's going to say, but when you turn it to Netflix, you know what you're doing too. Yes, but a lot of them people who tuning in, as I said earlier, are tuning in to see if you're going to make them laugh.
Yeah.
Not to laugh. Let's see if this shit funny or not. So you got to work for that laugh. And as soon as you say something they don't like, oh, this shit whack as hell.
you know what's crazy too about roast, fam. I feel like what will make the roast even better, fam, is if the people that's doing the roasting will focus even like everybody's roasting everybody that's like a part of the roast. But it was so many targets in the crowd that people could have got at, fam. Jokes could have been flying. I wish the comedians, or at least Netflix, would allow the comedian. Because
Yeah,
I feel like not everybody in the crowd. It
a
was the,
couple
what
of
was it?
people got it, and Dave Chappelle got it. He wasn't even there.
See, it was more targets in the crowd. I wish they didn't focus on the people that was on the stage. I wish they focused more on people that was in the crowd as well. Just let the comedians, that's the real actual comedians, let them, you know what I'm saying, get them, like, you know what I'm saying, whoever it is they see in the crowd. You know what I'm saying? I wish it would more so be about that, because I could see how roasts are, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah, look, Lamar
curated and
Odom got
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Lamar Odom was like, damn. Okay. So yeah, but again, that's why this shit don't need to be filmed. Don't. And if it film it, let's go back to the old days when you had to
ain't
hide
no
tapes.
ain't no fun. Ain't no fun if it ain't filmed, man. We gotta see this shit, bro. We have
No,
to.
it's not fun. That's the whole
We
point.
we have to see this
It's
shit, bro.
supposed to be fun, but it's not fun because now we're critiquing. See, this is why it's not fun to me, Mike. It's not fun to me because of a couple of things. One, one, one of the reasons why it's not funny, as I deal with my son here, one of the reasons why it's not funny because we spending the whole next day trying to critique who was
Yeah,
funny in that.
yeah, yeah,
Like, so we already debating about like, who's this? Who's funny? That takes away from the fun to me anyway. Nigga, did you like it?
yeah.
Did you not like it?
But I mean, these are made to make people laugh, correct?
Yeah, but I don't need to hear a debate about who was the funniest.
Yeah, 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 for sure.
It's like going to a gangbang and saying, yo, who smashed the chick the best? Oh, did you nut for him? Like, it's like that's what this is. This is dirt comedy.
Yeah.
This is dirt comedy. This is literally, yo, now the next day, like, yo, who banged Shorty the best? It's like, it was me. Like, nah, it wasn't me. I put my leg up, had my
Mhm.
leg cocked, and I was like, ah, pow, pow. Like, fam, did you laugh? Did you find it funny? Yeah, it was good. Like, can we get back? Like, can we get back to just saying like
I did,
something simple?
and I disagree with it. Tom Brady. Tom Brady was actually good. I laughed during Tom Brady when Tom Brady came out there. I thought Tom Brady was pretty good.
Yeah, I
I
like the Tom Brady
I,
joint too.
I like Tom Brady.
And
I thought he was funny.
and the funny thing about the Tom Brady joint was I was uncomfortable when they was talking about his
Cause
former
he kicked.
relationship because you could tell he was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Once I see the subject uncomfortable, I'm like, ah, this whack. Y'all ain't had a real conversation.
Yeah.
Kevin wasn't. And that's the whole thing about roast. The roast is to just talk shit to each other. Just like if me and my cousins was together right now and we was drinking and we'd be roasting each other.
Yeah.
I That's it.
Look,
But
man, we from Chicago, fam. Like we look,
well, look,
roasting is roasting
people have
is
gotten
a
Charlie Kirk over this too in Chicago. So let's be real.
roasting is like that's
Yeah, but let's be real, Mike. We ain't
look
about to
here.
sit up here and act like
Looking ass nigga. Looking ass. Look here, man.
yeah, but we
We
can't sit up here and act like looking ass ain't lead to somebody getting shot in the ass. You know this and
it's
I do.
it's
That's
hey,
why I
it is
said
what it
what
is.
makes me laugh don't ain't gotta make you chuckle.
It is what it is.
It's just not a competition.
Yeah.
Like people gotta stop making that thing out of a goddamn competition. Now, I want to move on from the Kevin Hart thing a little bit because I feel like comedy in general, it's been a real big conversation around comedy for the last couple of years. And then you got Druski, who been out here killing it to me. He had the Erika Kirk thing, and Erika Kirk
Can
was
I give you
pissed.
a unpopular opinion?
Well, let me finish the whole thing though, Mike. Let me let me break it down.
You
Let
go
me
ahead, buddy.
let me give you the runway.
You go
We
ahead.
got Drewski and Erika Kirk. Erika Kirk was pissed about her portrayal. You got people that were pissed at Druski with the pastor skit. Druski has, in multiple occasions, now have painted himself in whiteface, which has led some white people to be like, yo, y'all talking about blackface, but we got this dude right here that's appearing in whiteface. He even did one joint where he was a white dude that's apparently that grew up in the hood but was going back to his parents that was white. He just did one where he was black British actors. Drewski is hosting the BET Awards. We can wonder what's gonna happen there. You had Jake Paul was like, yo, if he can do this, then shit, I could do blackface then. So you got that being revved up of people like, yo, if you could do this, do that. But then when you go back and look at comedy in the 70s, hey, blackface back in Jim Crow time was used to bring black people down. But there are white comedians in the 70s and 80s that saying that this ain't that. This is just pure comedy.
Yeah.
So before you get to your what you would say is unpopular take on the Drewski thing,
Yeah.
you have
I don't even have to get
Drewski.
into that. Go ahead.
No, I
That's
want
what.
to hear that.
No,
But
no, that it's just no, no. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
no,
Go ahead.
no, we go ahead.
Nah,
But I'm trying to land the plane on
yeah.
saying that now you have comedians who are pushing the envelope again, and then you have other stand-up comedians that's like, yo, we need to honor comedy for what it is. Dave Chappelle had an interview where he felt like Republicans is the one who twisted the transgender jokes. And you
No.
got Dave Chappelle versus the transgender community. You have Tony Hinchcliffe versus black people. You have Drewski versus white people. It is comedy versus the people. But speaking specifically on Drewski, what is your unpopular take?
About unpopular take, I just don't find him to be. He doesn't do anything for me. You know what I'm saying? Pause. He doesn't do much for me with in the comedy world. I don't really consider him does he doesn't do stand up, do he? He more so like a skit type of guy, right?
Yeah.
Or does he doesn't stand on stage and tell jokes? He's never
Nah, I've
been like
never
one of those
seen
guys.
Drewski stand on stage and do stand up. It's more of skits. It's more Saturday Night Live than it
Yeah.
is 30-minute stand up on
Yeah.
Comedy Central.
Yeah, I just never find I haven't found much of his content to be like, you know what I'm saying, that exciting or, you know what I'm saying, humorous in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I guess I have to maybe pay attention a little more, but just off the rip, he's okay in some aspects. Like I respect the hustle though and the grind, you know what I'm saying, everything that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? But I don't find him to be the funniest of people,
So
content
again,
creators out here. But that's okay. What makes you laugh don't make me chuckle, or you know what I'm saying, how you say it? Like what makes you, yeah,
right.
there you go. So it's
But
all good.
but outside of it might not being funny to you
Hey
because
Al, you might be funnier than him, bro. People don't know. Shout out to Al in the comments right now, bro. Al,
yeah, now
he's he
but
he,
I've
he keeps
told
the
Al
comedy
he
in his
needs to
he
try
keeps the
stand up.
comedy. Dude, I don't understand. I don't
I've told
understand.
him
I
like
don't understand.
I told him he need to just go to open mic and just try some shit. Just
The,
get
the
5 minutes.
nigga, the nigga can, the
But
nigga
people have
can
said that
sing,
about me, and I
the,
told Miriam I would never do it, and especially now I won't do it.
and the nigga can sing. The nigga can
And,
sing, and he funny.
but man, Al can do what?
Yeah, see, niggas don't know that.
No.
Yeah, see,
I
niggas
know
don't
this
know.
nigga for how long, and I ain't never heard him bust a note.
Al, let the niggas know, bro. Let these niggas know, bro.
Let me find out. Al was in the process locker room, singing Joseph.
Let these niggas know, Al.
Let me find out. Let me find out him. Let me find out him and Marquis was singing notes in the locker room.
Hey man,
Let me
but
find, let me find out if y'all was ideal. Like what was them niggas? I forgot them niggas. Let me find out y'all was public announcement in the locker room, fam. Let me find out. Did you sing the Zanita fam and that's how y'all got married? Did you sing when you proposed, Al? You was? Oh shit. Oh, he was this nigga was. Shit. Hey, look, fam. In '05, I moved to Atlanta, so I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? But wait a minute, but in '05, I was on. Look at that. We got something in common. You was on WGCI in '05, and I was in WGCI in '05. Look at that. I wasn't singing though. I wasn't busting no no. What? Now we got to find out. Now we gonna eventually find out what he was singing. We need to do like some dude idol and have him sing and shit. Cause I don't remember that shit. I was probably drunk around that time too. That's when I was really starting to drink heavy. So I don't know. No. See, me too though. I like you. Hey, I wish Mike. Before we get to this, let's park the comedy thing because Al
Yeah.
just he said he got 3 songs. So let me
Yeah.
ask you a question because I know Miriam like you can hold a note, you can sing. That's like nah, I can't. But if there's a song that you know you can sing, like you know you could get this joint off, what is that song?
Talking about me? Well,
Yeah,
if I could sing,
I think every person can sing at least one song. One song. You can't. Everybody can't sing, but they got one song.
cause I be trying.
Yeah, but
Like
everybody got that one song
on certain
where it
songs when I
might
be listening
look and
to,
somebody be listening to you be like, oh man, he can sing. Like, nah, 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 nah.
I might have surprised myself a couple times, like when
Yeah,
I was
what's
singing
that
out
song? Like,
loud.
what's that one song?
I can't. I gotta. Damn, bang. I
Because I
gotta.
know mine.
What is it? Because I can't
I
think
wish
of.
Carl Thomas. I won't sing it today. But Carl Thomas, it ain't a lot of notes there. Only when you get to the end.
Yeah.
Even when you win someone that you lose, you got to hit that. I wish I never met. That's the only one. And 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
got you. But I wish is my song. If there was one song
I have to get back to you
that
on
I
that.
know I could sing, is I wish Carl Thomas.
I'll get back to you on that. But I find myself singing certain songs out loud,
But what's
and I
that
be,
song?
oh, maybe like, okay, you know what? I think I could sing. Frank Ocean. What's the Frank Ocean record?
Th- My
God
nigga
damn it,
Al,
bang.
boy. Have my nigga Al. Dave
Oh,
Hollister.
thinking Frank Ocean, thinking about you.
Thinking,
I just saw that out loud, bro. I feel
yeah.
like when I sing that out loud, I feel like I sound really well.
See, everybody got one song. Let me ask the wife real quick.
Oh, before yeah.
Hey Miriam, come here. I'm gonna ask Miriam this because
Yeah.
I truly believe that one person, like everybody can't sing,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
everybody got at least
I
one
sing this one
song
out
that
loud
will
too.
sound good.
Bobby Brown, Roni.
See, so you got Roni,
I feel like I sound really well singing
Carl Thomas. I wish is for me.
that.
That so Miriam, see, phone a wife. I believe that everybody can't sing, but everybody can sing at least one song.
Yeah.
You got one song. So if it's one song you know you can sing, what is it? Like one song, if they put on the karaoke, I'ma kill that.
No matter how people think that you might sound,
No matter
if she
what's
how
that
do
one
you
song?
what's the
You
song
know,
that
if it
she
was
feels like
karaoke
she's
night,
singing well? She
they
sings
had to
it
play
very
that
well.
song. What is it? Because I know mine's is called Thomas I Wish. There you go.
What she say?
Mary J. Blige, Love Without a Limit.
All right.
All right, now go back to your mom. Don't touch no, that's for the go. Go.
I respect it.
Leave it alone. See, everybody got that one song. I'm gonna clip this because I want to know this. I want to know this.
Yeah.
Everybody got one song they can sing. Everybody can't sing, but they got one song that if it's karaoke night, you gonna leave that stage, and people gonna be like, so you told me you couldn't sing, but you could really sing. Everybody got that one song. You got what you said was?
Bobby Brown, Roni.
See, you got Bobby Brown Roney. I got I Wish Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Al got Before I Let Go, Dave Hollister. And if you sing that song right, Draws Stage is yours.
Yes,
That
sir.
that Dave Hollister, Black Street Before I Let Go, that is a garbage can on fire classic.
Yeah.
Like if you was in the hood and you was living just enough and you for the city of living, who like you singing in the garbage can on fire before I let go is a classic.
Oh, I
I
got
want to
one
know
more. I got one more.
what you got,
Hold on. Um, um, Gerald Levert. Gerald
baby. Hold on
Levert.
to me.
No, no, no. Shit, bang. What's the Gerald Levert record? The one that was in fuck, man. I gotta get back to you on that. I'll get back to
Fine,
you.
we'll talk about it later. Let's get back to the comedy piece.
Okay.
Drewski, you said you're not necessarily a fan,
Yeah.
but do you feel like skits are off limits? Because let's go look at.
Gerald Levert Casanova. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I
Okay, yeah.
apologize. I
Oh shit.
apologize.
Niggas
My
can
fault.
sing.
But go
Niggas
ahead.
can sing Casanova. Niggas can sing Casanova. But let's talk about the Drewski skit thing. Because actually, you had mentioned that, and that's why I was going.
Yeah.
When we look at In Living Color, Saturday Night Live, Mad TV back in the day, do you think skits are just as off limits in some cases as comedy? Because now we're seeing a visual of the act. And you got some people that be pissed. I know Whitney Houston was pissed at some of the shit that she saw did about her.
Dude, we didn't seen, like you said, man, like in Living Color, Chappelle show,
Yeah.
like we've seen the efforts that are put into this to these skits, and like, nah, bro, like, man, look, you could look, get your shit off, bro. Like I'm saying, like, look, it's gonna offend people. You're not gonna please everybody. You're not gonna make everybody laugh. Everybody's not gonna be happy with the content based off like what's presented. You know what I'm saying? It could offend everything, can possibly offend somebody. You know what I'm saying? It don't really matter what the stuff that we talk about on this pod could possibly offend people. We like
No, I know
you
it
never
has.
know. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's any, it's not off limits, especially when it's yours, when it's you, like you're the one, it's yours. You don't Drewski don't work for nobody. You know what I'm saying? He worked for himself. That's the greatness in it. Like when you allowed to do your own thing and you create whatever the hell you want to create, ain't no off limits, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Like you said, whoever you offend, fuck it. Whatever race you offend, fuck it, bro. Shit, they make shit that might offend us. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it is what it is. Fuck it, bro. You got to answer to that shit later. But I don't see anything being off limits when it comes to these content creators. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, everybody gonna do, I don't know, when people, I don't know the mindset when people go into this, like they know, like, all right, this is gonna, maybe this gonna touch some souls, you know what I'm saying, might hurt some people's feelings, but at the end of the day, man, I'm just out here trying to make people laugh and, you know what I'm saying, bring joy to the world. That's what I would assume. That I don't really feel like it's no ill intent, like with a Drewski making a skit of that nature. And then
Okay.
when Jake Paul comes out and says, "Oh, I can do this," then and he's gonna do that. See, now you're being malicious.
So
You're
I got a
doing it.
question.
Yeah.
This is a real last question. This is not a joke. Do you think white people need to have a thicker skin when it comes to comedy? Be like if or matter of fact, no, a better question. Do you think white people do have thicker skin when it comes to comedy than it does with black people?
Does thicker skin come with, like, say for instance, because there's white comedians out here,
Yeah.
good good white comedians, and they make jokes and everything like that. Do you feel like with, it's like comedy is not just a black sport or
No, I
whatever of
know.
that nature. Like this
But
is
I feel like in this situation right here,
you would think that with all the great white comedians that white people would have thicker skin.
no.
Correct?
So, and the
Right?
reason why I asked this, and I'll speak directly for this Kevin Hart roast thing. I see more black people mad at the George Floyd joke than
Then
white
people are
people
mad
mad
at
at.
the Charlie
Wait a
Kirk.
minute,
Okay, go ahead.
the Pete Davidson jokes about his
Oh,
dad, because we
yeah,
know how people feel about 9/11.
yeah,
Never forget, his dad was a first responder that died.
yeah.
at one of the biggest tragedies in American history.
Yeah.
Normally, like, no, he was sitting up there laughing too.
Yeah.
Now we can do the Charlie Kirk part because that's recent.
Mm-hmm.
But I saw more people mad and upset. Oh, why they talking about Cheryl Underwood's husband? And she had to go and do a whole media run explaining,
Yeah.
yo, I ain't mad.
Yeah.
And now black people mad because she ain't mad.
So I think it looks like white people do have thicker skin more than black. I think it's a question
Right?
is should black people have thicker skin? Is
Yeah,
that
like,
like should that be the possible question?
I'm
Like
glad that Donnie just said that. Every time they brought up Pete, they brought up his daddy and his dick. It was the two. It was the two, and who he nailed. And how his daddy, like, I forgot what it was, but they was like, yo, his daddy was sitting there like, yo, hey, just know that's me. What you
yeah.
got that come from me.
See, Al just made a good point though. If a white guy made the 9/11 jokes, if like a white guy made the jokes, now if a black person said it, it may be different. And you see, that's the problem too with comedy. Sometimes people aren't even mad at the message; they mad at the messenger. You know what I'm
So
saying?
are
Like
we
sometimes
mad at the mess? Is it the same for us?
I feel like it's the messenger. I think like it's more the messenger, because it's
Because
more the messenger. Because I don't
what
think I
black
don't think a
people,
black person. It's got to be a
well,
bold black
nah,
person to go up
nah,
there to
nope.
make a George Floyd joke though.
If a
Uh,
black person would have made a George Floyd joke, it'd probably be worse. Let
because
The
because of
Rock
all the
made a George Floyd joke.
Ooh. Yeah,
You ain't black. That's all they would have said about The Rock. Hey, yeah, that's why we know you ain't black.
yeah.
Yeah. You, I was.
Comedy is such a it's so much gray area in
It is. It
comedy,
is,
G.
Mike.
Like it's,
Well, it's
but that's
gray
why. But
area.
that, yeah,
It's not gray area to me. Comedy is comedy. Either I'm gonna laugh or I'm not gonna laugh.
right.
That's it. It's not a gray area with comedy. Either it's funny to me or it's not gonna be funny. I am not going to hear a joke and be like, okay, that's off limits right there.
You
Not for
really
me.
when it comes to comedy, like to appreciate comedy and understand comedy, man, you really, 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 really gotta have a really great sense of humor. Because again, the George Floyd joke, when I heard it, I cringed crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, he actually said that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm not flying off the hinges though. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't
Yeah.
it's not going it ain't gonna ruin my day. I get it and I understand. And that's where the concept of having a great sense of humor comes in and
But
like to appreciate. Yeah,
again, I just have to keep saying this because I
absolutely
don't
though.
want nobody to think that we not under. I totally get people
Yep,
who were in that fight for George Floyd,
absolutely.
his family, Stephen Jackson, other people who was out there marching and protesting and out there. I totally get it. Totally understand it. For them, that's some shit that you don't joke about. And I'm going to get offended at dude that made the joke. And I'm going to get offended by Kevin Hart by not protecting another black man when you know what happened.
Yeah,
I am not taking that away from that group of people that was affected by.
definitely.
All I'm saying is roast should be behind the
To
paywall.
to avoid these kind of situations going forward, yeah.
Don't
Keep this shit
televise them
keep this shit indoors.
and do your thing.
Yeah.
That is not for public consumption because everybody ain't gonna get it. Just like everybody ain't gonna get a normal 30-hour comedy routine. Everybody ain't gonna get it. But because of how far you can go with a roast,
Yeah.
nah, fam, go buy a ticket and go watch it. This ain't coming on TV.
Yeah.
Because especially in the world we live in right now, a comedian, I'm sorry, you can't force the world to like comedy in this day and age
Yeah.
because things have changed. That's just me. And I love comedy. But I'm not gonna be one of those people that's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
that's comedy. No, fam, we're in a different world. We're in a different time. That ain't gonna work for everybody. It's gonna work for some, but it's not gonna work for everybody. A couple other things before we get out of here. I was first of all, shouts out to DJ RTC Closed Sessions Radio. Um, I really want to thank him for putting up the old Chance the Rapper interview that we did
Yeah.
when he announced that's a rap and everything. Like I really like thought that was dope. And it made me think about career moments. No, Chance the Rapper, ass a rap. For me, Freddie Gibbs. It's not necessarily a highlight because I thought I was gonna get my ass beat by a couple of people. You know what I'm saying? But the whole, if you go listen to the interview where Freddie Gibbs, the whole fuck Jeezy and fuck Jim Jones do, that's my interview. Mike, what was like when you think back? What are some of those like career type highlights? Like when you look back, you like, yo, that was some fun times.
um. Well, like a career highlight moment for me, like I did, like just really like when I was really like in the cool hype radio, like moments and stages. That stage of my life. Um, say I have an interview that's on the internet right now. I mean, that's on YouTube right now with over 25,000 views on it. My interview with Lil Bibby on Windy City Underground.
I forgot you did that interview.
Let me see. Cool. Let me see. I'm a Lil Bibby.
Was
They
that gonna be
got
in the documentary that never came out?
Yeah, like clips of that probably was gonna be in there. I have that interview. It's at over 25,000K. I just put that interview out. I have two of them. I have two interviews, two parts. My Lil Bibby interview part one had over 25,000, what I'm saying, views. And at that time, what was that 11 years ago? That was 11 years ago. That was a real big accomplishment for me, man. That's a real proud moment. So, what I'm saying? And then like, cause at that time, I'm saying, Lil Bibby, I think he was still unsigned, but he was like real hot in the streets at the time
Yeah,
in Chicago. So for him, what I'm saying, I don't even know who orchestrated that interview. Somebody, I forgot who
that was
orchestrated that.
that was. I think that was partly me.
Did you orchestrate that? You put that
Yeah,
together? Okay.
because I had them come at night.
Yeah, I
That was
think
like what. That was like right before I left.
okay. Okay. Yeah, but
I want to
saying,
say that was right before I left.
yeah, shout
Cause
out
I
to
got, I
yeah.
still got that picture somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that was during the time where I wasn't taking a lot of pictures.
So that was one of the that's one of them. I have like back when I was hosting, what I'm saying, the battles and shit too. Like, what I'm saying? Hey, a lot of those battles got over
Yeah,
100K views
nigga
on
was very
battles that I
popular on
was
the internet in
hosting.
the battle rap
Yeah,
community.
man. Like, what I'm saying? I had a nice little run, man. You know what I'm saying?
Bears
So
Panthers week 1.
I'm sorry, they releasing the schedule,
Yee.
everything out schedule wise.
They slowly bringing stuff out.
Okay.
So Bears Panthers week 1.
Yeah, for
We
sure.
want to know.
All right. But yeah, man, what I'm saying? That's just one of the many few dope ass moments, man, what I'm saying, career wise that I had, what I'm saying. I remember back when I was working at Crawford Broadcast and I was creating, I used to create the promos and shit that come on like at nighttime. People would hit me up like, man, Mike B, I heard your voice. Da da da, you know what I'm saying? Power. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh
But so,
yeah,
just little shit like that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Back in my prime, you know what I'm saying? We past my prime, but you know what I'm saying? But those are still proud moments though. Very proud media, radio, you know what I'm saying, moments for me. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I know you got
I
plenty, man. You got
I think
plenty.
about some of those things, stuff that I hosted and that thing. I was just like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah, for
dang,
sure.
used
For
to be
sure.
somebody out in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Now he can't get an invite to a goddamn panel discussion.
Don't worry, man.
Now he can't get a damn invite to a panel discussion.
Yeah.
He can't get an invite to a podcast. You know what I'm saying? All these Chicago podcasts, he can't even get an interview for that goddamn shit.
That's all right, man. Your time is
Like
coming, bro.
I think about no our time, Mike. Like we was there too. We was all there.
For sure.
and we
Mike
came.
Jones, look, when Mike Jones was Mike Jones was already at Power 92 when I started.
Yeah,
When
Mike
I
Jones was
started,
working that power
I'm
since
about
he
to say,
was like
bro,
12.
he said we famous. He big time famous. You know what I'm
Mike Jones was working that Power 92 when it was 106 Jams because it's like right down the street from his house.
saying? Yep.
It was like at one point Power 90. At one point Crawford Broadcasting was the only place where niggas and Gary could get a job. Like Gary and Maryville and Hammond. Like that. At one point, like you work at McDonald's or you work at Power.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
And that's crazy. I used to drive from Maywood to out there. So that
hey, look,
was
I did that a couple of times with
that's
Sam.
how you know, man, at that time. Like it was dedication, man. You know what I'm saying? It was real times back then, fam. So
Yeah, hey, look, hey,
we had
hey,
we was grinding, fam. So
yeah, we was grinding. That's why I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do a better job at. I'm gonna do a better job at looking at things before I got in the building and appreciate them. Because when I look at being in the building now, and sometimes it's being like very frustrating and everything, it was good to see that clip. Like it was very good to see that clip.
mm-hmm.
Cause even like shouts out to Weso. Like Weso didn't know certain things. He was like, wait a minute, what? You don't even talk about this? Like, man, I don't be wanting to talk about that shit. But because of some of the frustrations that I've had in the past like month,
Yeah.
it was good to see that.
Mm-hmm.
It was good, and it made me appreciate them more.
For
Like
sure.
even when you look at closed sessions radio, we had the Chance thing, we had Vic Mensa right after Kids These Days broke up. We had Mickey Halstead come on there, and he talked about how he wanted to grab Herb, and he did. And look at Herb now. Look at G Herbo now.
Mm-hmm.
And it damn near started from closed sessions and everything, and the Freddie Gibbs thing. We had Wyclef call in and all that stuff. Like, hey man, don't sleep on Bang, fam. Don't sleep on Mike B. Either.
Hey
Don't
man,
sleep.
they know, bro.
And
Hey,
now
niggas
what?
know, man. Niggas know, bro. They know,
And,
fam.
and and when you look at that time now, like I've been with this gig for 11 years and everything. So then when you look at like the rest of that time, like before that, like, I be telling folks, fam, y'all was talking about me on the air, and I didn't even know y'all didn't know I existed. Hey, I didn't know. So hey, man, go back and appreciate some of those things. Is my advice.
For sure.
What else? What else? What else? What else? Oh, Mike.
Yeah.
Um, have you seen Project Hail Mary?
Mm-mm. What is this?
Homework.
All right.
Homework. Go watch Project Hail Mary.
Okay.
First of all, if Kier's still here, thank you for the Plex account. We watched Project Hail Mary. Great cinema, Jack. Ryan Gosling and that little alien thing, Rocky. Cinema, fam.
Okay.
Cinema. I am so mad that I didn't go see that at IMAX. I wish I would have saw that at
Is this
IMAX.
still in theaters?
You say what?
Is this still in the theaters?
Nah, it's on digital now.
Okay.
But go watch it.
Everything costs so much.
Go watch it, fam. I mean, wait a couple of weeks. You ain't got to pay the $22.99 now.
I gotta pay the dub.
Yeah, don't pay the dub now. I mean, it's worth a dub.
All right.
If you got it, depending on your TV, it's worth a
Yeah.
dub.
Okay.
But man, I wanted to go see the movie, but working and family and all that. There's a lot of stuff going on. You can't really take 3 kids to a movie theater.
Mm-mm. It just depends on what you're going to see.
Oh, you can't take 3 kids to the movie theater at all. One gonna
Regardless,
be
huh?
loud. One gonna be loud, fam.
Hey man, you can take them now. They good. They should be
Nah,
acting up in
shit.
the
You
movie.
see, you hear them coming downstairs yelling now.
That's just what I'm
Liam
saying,
over here
man.
coming down talking about some I want a juice
Depends
or
on what y'all
yelling
going to
and
see.
and all that stuff.
Depends on
Fam,
what
like
y'all going to see.
y'all see Davis family convos. Them be real convos. It be real shit.
Great content
But
there.
Project Hail Mary, great cinema,
Okay.
classic, potential classic American cinema. I feel like this was E.T. if I was the age. Well, E.T. came out in 1982, but in 1987 I had the E.T. tile. I had the
Mhm.
white E.T. tile with the brown. Like it was white, but it was the brown like ET. And this is when he was flying over the joint, the
Yeah.
silhouette. They used to be my favorite. It used to be my favorite tile. Anywhere I go, like if I went to go spend a night on somebody's house, I do not want your tile. I want the ET tile, G. And this is coming with me. And
Crazy.
My auntie Sharon used to make sure, like, hey, don't come over here without the ET tile, cause he ain't gonna want to dry off. He just gonna no, gonna air dry.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch that. And you still ain't listened to Lil Russell, have you?
Nah, I'm good.
He just fell, y'all.
I'm good.
He
I'm
just
good.
fell. Go and listen. Any hot takes before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. I want to get into this Chris Brown thing real quick, man.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. Let me give y'all some. Let me. I don't know who I'm speaking to. I might be speaking to Chris Brown directly. Who knows? But yeah, man. Chris Brown dropped his latest project titled Brown. He dropped that last week, and
Brown.
Brown. Yeah, and he apparently, you know what I'm saying, after the weekend died down and everybody got their listen on, he received mixed reviews. Apparently, you know what I'm saying, he's been getting websites, giving him low ratings and everything like that. And I guess he's hearing the backlash or whatever in regards to the album, and he decided to kind of like speak out on it, you know, and said, saying he'll take the criticism on the chin, saying everybody will grow with the albums like they always do with all his previous albums and everything like that. So, say he don't really feel too much about it. But that's actually the first time I've ever seen him actually speak on like negative criticism in regards to his projects. And I'm saying one of the main criticisms that Chris Brown has gotten as of recently when it comes to his projects is that they're lengthy. When I say lengthy,
Just be
you're
long.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? They're long albums, 25 to 30 records. That seems to be like a
We don't need all that shit.
that's yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second. That
Okay.
that's where that seems to be his go-to tactic when it comes to making projects. And not too long ago on the pod, I talked about going to the Breezy Bowl. I went to the Breezy Bowl when he came to Chicago at Wrigley Field. That was my first time ever seeing Chris Brown perform, and I think Chris Brown did an incredible job. And before we even get into anything else, I'm a big Chris Brown fan. I mentioned this on the pod. I made a quintessential Chris Brown playlist of records
I
because
did that homework. I listened to it.
Bang
Still
said
listen to the early episodes.
that Chris Brown didn't have like records where he was singing.
Now I still don't hear him.
But I put it together a playlist of records that I felt like I thought Chris Brown was like, what I'm saying, vocally there. You know what I'm saying? He's doing his thing, singing, making singing records. But so I'm a fan. I'm a fan of his. And but when I went to the Breezy Bowl, it was something, and around that time, like everybody was like so excited that Chris Brown was, on tour again, and they started comparing him. But they not started comparing him. He's always had the Michael Jackson comparison.
Yeah.
But at that time during the Breezy Bowl, like there were like the conversation started getting real loud, like of Michael Jackson and Chris Brown in the same sentence. Like, and I get it. And I said, like, hey man, it's all good to, if y'all want to compare him when it comes to like being an entertainer and what I'm saying, dancing and everything and things of that nature. But one of the critiques I had of the Breezy Bowl performance is that it was also lengthy,
Hmm.
and lengthy. When I say lengthy, I mean like set list wise. I think his set list included 50 songs.
Yeah, it did. It was a lot.
50 songs. Niggas that can sing grade hard, right? Yeah. So but the point that I was getting to was that was one of my critiques, is that he did a concert where he performed 50 songs. Now, how do you perform 50 songs in one concert? You kind of just, perform 1 minute of a record and then you dance your way right into the next record. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
a lot. That was a lot of that. And one of my critiques was like, he performed way too many records that weren't stadium records, and he performed too little of records that needed to be performed in full. Like, you don't have, and Chris Brown has, like I said, continued to do this where he relies on quantity over quality.
Yeah.
And this is the thing with Chris Brown. And I would hope one day that he can grasp this aspect of focusing more on the quantity and not the quantity and not the quantity, but focus on the quality. Because you can't compare this man to Michael Jackson in no way, shape, or form when it comes to music, like the the quality of music. There would never be a comparison. We just talked about Michael Jackson, you know what I'm saying, in the albums that he put out. We discussed Thriller, and you discussed Bad, and you discussed Off the Wall. Thriller had 9 songs on it. Nine.
Nine.
9 songs. And I'm not telling Chris Brown to put out a 9 song album, but what I'm saying is that he has the potential. He has the talent to put out quality records and not oversaturate the market with records, because everything that he puts out, it sounds repetitive. It's repetitive. It's repetitive. You're making an album with 30 songs that sound exactly the same, Chris. And that shit is getting old. How can I enjoy a listening experience, or how can a fan enjoy a listening experience of an album that has 30 records on it? That album came out. I'm still not finished listening to it yet. that's
But you know what, Mike?
that's but see, that's
I
where
am. I'm
but see,
glad that you said that
yeah, go ahead.
because I was not gonna have anything from the hot take for the hot take segment.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because of what you just said, I do have something for the hot take segment.
Okay.
Mike, we need to get back to albums just being like 9, 10 joints.
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. There are so
Fuck the
many,
filler.
all of dog. We gotta leave the filler alone. I'm not understanding. Like, I don't know. Is it because these guys want to get their streaming numbers up, so they put all these records on here? Like, but they just don't care. Like, you can put out quality in a 9 to 10 album record. You can. It's possible. It's really, really possible. And Chris Brown, amongst other R&B artists out here, or rappers as well, y'all have the potential to keep it, to keep the quality high and keeping the quantity low. Like, it's okay. Y'all don't have to oversaturate this shit, man. And this is where critique is gonna come in at. And you know what I'm saying? And that, now you have to live with that, and you have to get on the internet and defend yourself, because everybody calling your album, you know what I'm saying, repetitive or weak or not good, or you have too many
Huff.
songs, huff, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you shouldn't have to do that, Chris. You bigger than this, fam. You are a star. You're a superstar, G. You a superstar, fam. But you can't rely on quantity and just putting all these songs out. That is like, it can't happen. And people have to stop with the Michael Jackson comparison, because Michael Jackson would never. Okay, it's never gonna happen. Chris Brown walking in Michael Jackson's shoes when it comes to anything. Okay, Michael Jackson didn't live off putting putting 30 records on an album and shit like that, and touring every other year. That's what separates Michael Jackson from everybody.
Yeah, no,
Michael
Mike. Hey, give me a iconic album
G
between 9 to 11 songs.
that we can enjoy for 2 to 3 years,
Man,
and then you come back. Like, you know what I'm
like
saying?
I don't
That's how
need to, I don't need to hear your album. Like I don't need to hear your album that got 50 tracks on there and I only like 9.
you
And
are
then you say
ruining
just make a playlist out of those. No.
you are
Give
ruining the
me your
listening
best
experience.
9 to 11 songs and really pick like, look, these are the ones. I will, matter of fact, if Mike Jones is still here, because he knows I hate the classic argument. He knows I hate the classic conversation. Every once in a while, he'll send that text, do you think this is a classic? And I'd be like, man, shut your fucking ass up. Mike, here's where I would change my tune a
Yeah.
little bit. A little bit, not fully, but a little bit. If more people actually went and said, I'm going to pick the best 9 to 11 songs for an album, we would have way more classic albums
You ain't lying.
to talk about than we do now.
You ain't lying.
You go look back at every classic album when your parents was growing up. You go look at every they didn't have a lot of songs. They didn't have a lot of filler. And I'm not about to sit up here and say that there was not no skips. Cuz skips don't have to be filler. It's
Yeah,
like I like this song, but I skip it to get to the next one.
for sure.
But if more artists went in and said, I'm going to legit go in and pick the best 9 to 11 tracks, we would have more classic albums. But we don't, because niggas be selfish
For sure.
and they want you to stream like an hour and a half album and you only like 9 of the songs.
What am I?
Pick the best 9.
What am I going to do with this? That's ruining my listening experience. And Al, you made another good point, and he said that Chris Brown does this because the ones this nigga out like he's just funny because he's just funny because the ones with breasticles ain't gonna complain. He's referring to the women. He knows that the women aren't going to complain. The women are going to come out. They're going to see him anyway. And that's just what it is. And that is the wrong way of going about this, Chris. And I don't feel bad that you get on this internet and you're complaining about or you're making statements about the mixed reviews. I can't feel sorry for you anymore because you continue to oversaturate
Yeah.
the market.
Well,
And that
that
is what
being
it is.
said, Mike,
Yeah.
we'll talk about Iceman next week.
Oh yeah.
But I guess the song called 1 a.m. in Albany leaked.
The timestamp record.
Yeah,
We getting the
with a
timestamp.
timestamp record. So
What
I'm
is
gonna
that? That's
end this.
out right now. That's out.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
looking like
shit.
yeah.
The internet finna be crazy this
Yeah,
weekend,
so
y'all.
I'm about to check this out before they rip it out. So Mike, close us out.
Hey man, some do pod. Make sure y'all rate. Make sure y'all like. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you search the Barber's Chair Network. That is where you will find Some Do Pod. Anywhere where you listen to your favorite podcast, you search the Barber's Chair Network. That's where you will find Some Do Pod and other great content under the Barber's Chair Network umbrella. Some Do Pod on IG. On Facebook, some dude. Make sure you hashtag some dude pod is a Facebook group. I'm Mike B. That's J.R. Bang at Mike B _ CHR at J.R. Bang. All social medias, and we out of here, man.
Yo, 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 it's your girl Night Kel, and this is some podcast. We out. Peace.